This is about growing up in the late 50s and early 60s, and about two characters named Dick and Jane. If you're not old enough to know who Dick and... Sorry? Yeah, I think you all know who Dick and Jane is. I don't think there's anybody young enough not to know. They were characters in grammar school readers that we all learned to read from. Very white, very middle class, very suburban. I think this poem will tell you how I felt about them. It's called Dick and Jane. Oh, how I hated their precious pets and perfect parents. Their goody two-shoed lives balanced on the footbridge of white bread and moral smugness. But they taught me to read, taught me to live. And then they vanished from the public eye in 1965, aged 10 and 8. They'd be in their late 50s, early 60s by now, and I hope it was a rocky ride of rehab and therapy. But it wasn't, really. Jane's first marriage was short and terrible, but her second was happy. She's a retired nurse practitioner with 3 loving grandchildren. Dick still works as an insurance adjuster and is a closeted member of the school board. Isn't it funny how in some ways we were never children and in other ways we always are? They taught me to read. They taught me to see. See the weary light on the lawn of late summer. See the years rise like ash into a starless sky. See Spot run. This next poem is also about my childhood, and it's kind of funny if you thought the Cold War was funny. Those of you that are younger, NORAD stands for North American Aerospace Defense Command, and ICBMs are these terrible missiles. I don't know if they still do this, but when I was a kid and they taught us how to type, we had to type this one sentence over and over and over again because it had all the letters of the alphabet in it. I don't know if they still do that or not. I think you'll remember the sentence though. This is called Launch. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I almost failed 7th grade typing. I just couldn't understand the keyboard, plus I didn't think I needed for anything useful. And I wondered about that fox, that dog, the lazy and the quick, and where I stood in relation to both. I never learned to type though. It was the beginning of some things for me. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. 4 years earlier, in 1963, the first test phrase sent on the hotline from Washington to Moscow was, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog." This was disconcerting and unclear to the Soviets. That Christmas, while I waited for Santa Claus, NORAD mistakenly reported 12 ICBMs passing over the Arctic Circle, heading our way. Time to type. Quick now. Quick. Thank you. I'm going to move to Greece, and the poem's got a couple dogs in it. You can't go wrong with a couple dogs in a poem. And this starts with a quote from Amphitheatre, who was actually a humor writer in Greece in the 4th century BC. And his quote is, "It is a great pleasure to know that you have not wronged anyone in your life." The dogs of the Acropolis. They sleep in the dusty shade of antiquity and the ticket booths. Large furry mutts with spotted ears and striped tails. They may occasionally open one eye to gaze at tourists shuffling by. But mostly they want a little peace as they nap in the coolness afforded by toppled, fluted marble after a long night out in Athens. There is not much to give or take anymore, they reason. Nations rise and nations fall. We're past all that by now. Scratch, sniff, snore. We've seen it all before. Thanks.